air duct connects the classroom to the library.
So, the shot is rolled into the vent, passes through the duct, and comes out of the air vent above the library bookcase.
But how could she have hit Rantaro from all the way over there? The vent was way too far from Rantaro's body.
So it was just a coincidence?
What kind of coincidence is that?
What a mystery.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
Oh no!
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own and fell off the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase?
Watch out so you don't slip and fall!
What if Rantaro's corpse moved on its own? Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then he walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead!
Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
I'll reveal the truth! Well, actually, maybe the shot didn't pass through the vent.
Did you not just tell us that the shot traveled through the vent?
That's true, but I just remembered the library's vent was closed.
The vent was closed?
So I think my deduction might be wrong.
Shuichi? I see. Shuichi, we both investigated the vent, but you misunderstood something.
What?
I closed the vent grate while we were investigating, but it was open before.
Does this mean Shuichi's testimony was based on a misunderstanding?
No, that's a lie.
It's not a lie, but depending on your deduction, it could become a lie. Shuichi, please answer the question. How did the shot reach Rantaro? You know the answer. You just heard it during the debate.
It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
It rolled along the bookcase?
I did say that, but would the shot have rolled that conveniently?
It has nothing to do with convenience. The shot rolled exactly how the culprit wanted.
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Ah, and he was eaten alive!
Eaten to bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick.
It's magic.
I'll reveal the truth. Maybe Himiko is right. The underwater escape might be real magic. Because from what I've seen, there is no trick or gimmick in that tank.
Yeah, see? Shuichi agrees. There's no trick. It's magic.
Himiko, why do you look so surprised?
Wait up, Shuichi! Why are you trying to white knight your way into Himiko's heart? Just so you know, Himiko has already chosen me as her one and only soulmate.
But if that trick was actual magic, then I'm more inclined to believe she's the culprit.
If you can perform mysterious miracles, couldn't you have just swapped places with Ryoma? What? No, wait. Ryoma couldn't have been killed by the piranhas. Because the piranhas I used in my show are special. They only eat dead flesh.
Only dead flesh?
That is a new fact.
What the? Are you just pretending to be nice to Himiko so she'll tell us the truth?
No, that's not it.
Huh? Are you sure it wasn't the piranhas? We saw Ryoma reduced to bones. He totally died from all the piranha's chops, right?
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning. There's one more thing I still have to confirm, but Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit!
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us
Do not have one.
I'll reveal the truth. Maybe we can't prove everyone's alibi, but we can still pinpoint the culprit.
How so?
Last night, Kaito and I heard Maki speaking with Ryoma. But I haven't mentioned what happened after. Kirumi, any thoughts?
Did you return to your respective dorm rooms?
Yes, we did. But I couldn't fall asleep, so I was awake until morning, which allowed me to hear a certain sound in the night.
A certain sound?
Last night, I heard the sound of someone leaving their room and exiting the dorm. And after some time, I heard the sound of them returning.
Could it have been the culprit? But all you heard was a sound? That doesn't mean you know who made it.
Indeed, it doesn't. But I didn't hear the sound of someone going down the stairs. Which must mean that whoever left has a room on the first floor. No one on the second floor left the dorm that night.
So everyone on the second floor has an alibi? You cannot determine the culprit with just that.
On the contrary, once we rule out the second floor, we know who the culprit is. Because preparing the ropeway required time to be spent in the gym. It's extremely likely that the culprit helped set up the magic show. In short, Himiko, Angie, Kaito, or Kirumi.
I see. So among the four, the only one with a room on the first floor of the dorms is...
Yes, only Kirumi.
You heard a sound, huh? Well, I hear a load of BS. But unfortunately for you, Kirumi, your time's up. We already know you're the only one capable of setting all this up. Right, Shuichi?
Right. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor. Sneak into the...
I said hold on a second! He uses robot functions to get murders! Hold on a second! The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light. Light? You mean candle? I mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second! Kibo could have
Use that function to get under the...
Floor.
And sneak into the...
I said hold on a second! He uses robot functions to get murders! Hold on a second! The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light. Light? You mean candle? I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now,
Hold on a
second. Kibo could
Use that function
To get
under the floor.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our
Villain had a light.
light, you mean candle? I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now, hold on a second. Kibo could have used that
Function to get under the floor and sneak into the.
I said, hold on a second! He used his robot functions to commit the murders! Hold on a second! The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor. But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor? Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see,
Our villain
had a light. Light? You mean candle? I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now, hold on a second! Kibo could have
Use that.
function to get under the floor.
I'll reveal the truth. Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct? Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what.
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So Kibo couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already. Just turn it off. We're gonna go blind.
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, 'cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
That's.
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Damn, that is seriously bright.
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
Yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh, they couldn't have?
We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight. It's way too bright.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tanko lined up funny?
Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tanko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steals?
Of the 3 empty rooms.
Why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there. Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too. Yeah, even if Himiko picked the room, someone else
Could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty.
performing the seance in that room.
Was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone
Still going to picking that room.
I'll reveal the truth. Tsumugi is correct. I believe Himiko was being set up. Himiko only picked that room because Kiyo wanted it as dark as possible.
Even if Himiko did choose an empty room because of what Kiyo said, are you saying she chose the middle room by pure coincidence?
The culprit gambled on the middle room being picked through coincidence? That seems highly improbable.
No more. I told you, it's too much of a pain. Just do the voting or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it didn't matter which room Himiko chose.
What do you mean?
It's getting kind of boring, so I'll explain. She didn't choose the middle by coincidence. Each room was the same to begin with.
Each room, same?
Remember what Gonta said earlier? Maybe the culprit placed traps in all the rooms? Well, that was correct. Before the trial, I hurt myself checking all the rooms.
Ah, that's right. Kokichi found another loose floorboard in one of the other rooms.
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped. While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede. Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin
The blame on me! That diversion was part of your plan, right,
Kaito.
Well, Kaito, any last words? What do you mean last words? Kaito
Logged out first.
by himself.
Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her. Right. Kaito?
I'll reveal the truth. Wait a minute, Kokichi. Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. And it's much too early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
Have you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison. It's not like Mew could have been killed by an antidote.
What? Are you serious here? Come on, Shuichi. That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
Is this fun for you? Messing with the trial?
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So, what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
Of course. I'm sorry. I was just misremembering. But Kokichi, you're misremembering as well. You were the one who told us about the warnings on the label. If you remember what was on that label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
So what does that mean?
It means that Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shuichi?
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote. Let's focus on exactly what was written on that warning label. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise. He must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that.
I was...
You think the avatar slid off the roof? Would it slide off that quickly? Well, duh, it would. It didn't make that much noise. It must have built up a lot of speed. Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right? You'd still slide, though. In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not. That's not the issue.
Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around, though.
You think the avatar slid off the roof? Would it slide off that quickly? Well, duh, it would. It didn't make that much noise. It must have built up a lot of speed. Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right? You'd still slide, though. In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not. That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around.
You think the avatar slid off the roof? Would it slide off that quickly? Well, duh, it would. It didn't make that much noise. It must have built up a lot of speed. Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right? You'd still slide, though. In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not. That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around, though.
I'll reveal the truth. There was something the culprit could have used to slide the body. The signboard.
The signboard?
You put Mew's body on top and use it as a kind of sled.
You could use it to slide the body, but the signboard we used as a bridge was the only one. The culprit couldn't have used that signboard as a sled.
What if there was another signboard?
Huh? Another one?
Do you remember the first time I went to get the signboard? There were actually two there, but I only brought one. The culprit must have used the other one as a sled.
But then why did Mew say there was only one signboard?
To mislead us. She was planning a crime after all.
Pooh! Pooh! Oh my god! That line was so cringy! Stop, my stomach hurts! Wow! Shuichi is lying on purpose! Are you trying to spice up the class trial too?
What Shuichi just said was a lie?
Kokichi, I was the only one who went and got the signboard. Only I saw them. So why do you think I'm lying?
Because I know. I know the culprit. And the whole trick.
What?
Then tell us! We can put an end to this class trial right now!
I could tell you, but I think we should save the best for last. Even if I told you, would you guys really believe a liar like me? I could be lying about knowing who the culprit is for all you know.
What?
This doesn't mean all of Shuichi's deductions are lies, you know. You're right about the culprit putting Mew on a sled and sliding her down the roof. But instead of a sled, They used that thing from the storage room on the roof.
You mean the lattice, right?
Because Kokichi is the culprit. He killed Kaito. No matter how much he deceives us, it won't change our minds. The footage shows he did it. Kokichi has to be the only option. There's no doubt that Kokichi is the culprit. We all saw that footage from earlier, right?
Kaito got crushed to death. What a horrible video.
Whoever committed that crime was with Kaito in the hangar. Just leave Kokichi then. The culprit is Kokichi the mastermind of this entire game. In Kaito's killer.
There's no doubt that Kokichi is the culprit. We all saw that footage from earlier, right?
Kaito got crushed
to death.
I'll reveal the truth. I still don't believe it. Is that video real? It could have been edited to make it look like Kaito was killed by the press.
Damn right! There's no way this luminary of the stars would die that easily.
Kaito again?
Would you have liked it better if it turned out like that? You wish. Like I said, that footage isn't edited at all. It recorded the event completely as is. Kaito was crushed! His bones went crunch and his organs went squish! Ugh.
I remembered the video and all my bittersweet memories of him.
Hold those memories within you, or they'll just escape as sour vomit.
But we all know Kokichi loves to lie, and that he's a remnant of despair. That leads me to believe there's something he's not telling us about that video. I don't think that video showed the murder at all. All we saw was a living body.
A living body?
I don't blame you for not believing it. It's hard to believe a smug idiot like Kaito got squished like a bug, right? But your lie won't work here, Shuichi. No, what you said isn't even a lie. It's just wishful thinking.
Isn't this enough? Kokichi is the culprit. He brought the evidence and even confessed to the murder.
That doesn't make sense. Not even Kokichi would do something that stupid.
Is common sense going to work here? On the remnants of despair, I mean?
Oh, a hit! I got a hit! Shuichi, I got a hit containing some important info.
A hit?
The word living stuck out to me, so I ran a search for that word in my memory bank. And there was one hit.
Do you mean you remembered something?
What important info was in your search hit?
The living organism detector that we found when we investigated the press. The existence of this detector refutes the very premise of this discussion.
Of course! The safety function. The video does not show Kaito's murder.
A safety function.
Yes, it was written on the safety precautions. The hydraulic press will automatically stop if its infrared sensor detects a living organism.
hydraulic press won't move at all if there's a living person under it?
Which is why it couldn't have been used to kill Kaito.
Which means it's more likely that Kaito was crushed after being killed by some other means.
Oh, it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an exisal and entered the hangar? But can just anyone pilot an exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Nipples too?
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisal and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other two arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible. There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not possible?
if someone was piloting the exisal, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving, too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
There's no way to stop an exisal. So getting inside one would have been impossible.
You're right, it's impossible!
If someone was piloting the exisal, they could have used it to enter the hangar. That's not possible. Is operating the exisal really that difficult? Do we even know how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving too. I was controlling them remotely. Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging. There's no way to stop an exisal.
So getting inside
one would have been impossible.
I'll reveal the truth. While investigating the exisals, I noticed that they have no locks on their cockpit hatches. It should have been possible to get into the cockpit, providing they could reach it.
But that's reckless, absurd, and useless. Jump inside a moving exisal? That's not really possible.
No, I think it is. You would need to be quick, agile, athletic, and stealthy. I can think of at least one person who fits that description.
What? Are you implying that it's...
Oh, I see. And since he's a robot, he could have some robo-communication function.
Huh? Was that directed at me? As I said, my speed, agility, and strength are equal to that of a human, if not weaker. So I cannot fight an exisal, and I certainly cannot communicate with one.
The selling point of being a robot is being good in combat, but... Poor Kibo.
Please don't act like I drew the short straw.
Stop this pointless conversation, Shuichi. If you want to say something, say it already.
Maki, just to confirm. As the ultimate assassin, you would be able to jump into that exisal, correct?
Impossible. If I could do that, I would have turned the exisal into scrap on the first day.
Maybe. Unless you were hiding your true potential. In which case...
Stop messing around. Are you telling me to prove something I can't do? Do you really suspect me that much?
No, actually. I'm trying to find a way to prove that you couldn't be the intruder.
Fine then. I'll explain. There was another problem that doesn't involve my talent. You said earlier that the hatch doesn't have a lock, but that's incorrect. The Exosol's hatch has an electronic lock, so it can't be opened from the outside.
What?
An electronic lock?
Yes. You can't open the hatch from the outside. It's impossible to get into the cockpit. Satisfied now?
How do you know there's an electronic lock on the Exosol's hatch?
Because I checked it during the investigation.
That can't be true. I'm the only person Monokuma told about those locks.
Just you? I see. If that's the case. Then you lied just to confirm if I knew about the electronic lock.
Yes, I did. And I'm sorry. I thought you were hiding something from me, Maki. I was confirming my suspicion. Now please, tell us the truth. How do you know about the hatch?
When Monokuma explained it to you, I just happened to overhear it, that's all.
You're lying, Maki. You know about the locks because you've been inside one of the cockpits.
So annoying. Do you want to die? You're the one who's lying.
Huh? That's a suspicious thing to say. Are you actually the culprit, Maki?
Either way, there's an electronic lock so you can't open the hatch from the outside. Because of that, no one could have entered the hangar piloting an Exosol.
Maki's saying it's impossible, but there is a way to open the hatch. Oh, you mean with your magic, right? I won't say such a lame thing anymore. I can't stay a dreamer forever. That lock is electronic, so won't an electro hammer work on it? That would let you stop an Exosol and open its hatch. Of course, my magic is also an option. A dreamer to the end, huh?
True, with an electro hammer, that method might be possible. But the electro hammers were recharging yesterday, so entering an Exosol would be...
Wait. Not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the Exosols.
Is that electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an Exosol.
Yes, I think so.